Hello everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to get custom model imports into Sonic Frontiers. In this video I'm just going to replace Sonic. So something to know about this game is that unlike previous Sonic games, there's a new dot model format, and these dot models store LODs inside of them. So there's a new tool you have to use, so just follow along with me and then you'll kind of understand how this works. So if you don't know how to get to your Sonic Frontiers directory, all you have to do, let me just exit this. All you gotta do is go to your Steam, Properties, Local Files, Browse, and then it's gonna open up over here. So we're gonna navigate to Image, 64, Raw, Character, and Sonic Pack is the one we want. And always, before you edit the characters, make a backup so you can always revert your changes. And I actually have a mod in there, so I'm gonna revert my change real quick. So I'm going to just, sorry, one sec, it's loading up. Ignore this. So I'm gonna grab Sonic.pack from the character and just put it in this folder that I made called Sonic.pack. And then let me open up a new folder. So I'm just gonna open this location here. So I'm working with 4 folders. So for Sonic.pack, we need Hedge ArcPack to unpack it, which is in the description. I didn't make any of these tools. I just put them all together for you, so you can kind of just not have to search everywhere. This is just the tools that I use for my workflow. People could be using different things, it doesn't matter. Anyways, Sonic.pack goes on to Hedge ArcPack Frontiers, and it'll unpack the pack. And now, Sonic.pack will not work with Model FBX because it stores LODs inside of it. So if a model has LODs inside of it, you need to drag it on to Hedge Needle. And before you open this folder, you gotta copy the skeleton, put it in here, and then see how the skeleton says character_Sonic. So when you import a dot model into Blender with the dot model importer, which is also in the description, it's gonna search for the one with the same name. So we gotta change the 0 dot model to just take out the 0, so it's character_Sonic and character_Sonic, just like the skeleton. And the reason why it's named 0 and 1 is because these are LODs. So this is the lower poly model and this is the high poly model, and you can tell that because of the huge size difference. Anyway, with that out of the way, we can copy this folder location, open Blender, complete everything we have, and then import dot model hedgehog engine character Sonic dot model. Now, something I should mention is that if you select the armature and wait, let me turn on my screencast keys actually. So if you select the armature and press Alt R, you'll notice that the rotation resets to Sonic on his back. This is how it should be before you export it. Before you export any model for Hedgehog Engine, the armature, all transforms should be applied like this. Because in Hedgehog Engine, this is facing up. So this is how you need to have it. So for the time being, now that my location and rotation is already applied, I can just move this back up so it's easier for me to edit a model onto. So over here, back in my folders, I'm just gonna make a new folder called Sonic Swap Model, just so I keep everything organized. So I'm going to just save in here, name it Sonic Rig. And then I'm not going to go through the whole rigging process. If you want to learn more about that, you can look at my other videos on my channel, or you can look at some Sonic Forces rigging tutorials, because it's all the same when it comes to rigging. It just, importing is what I'm going to show you. So let's say I want to import, so I don't want Sonic in my import, so I'm just going to delete all this stuff. So I'm just left this skeleton, so I'm just going to import a Blender cube just to show you guys. So once I get it where I want, like here, I'm just going to apply all transforms just to make sure that it's all good. And then for texturing, now this is where you need to pay attention. So I'm going to you need to find the PNG texture you want to use. I have my PNG texture right here. And for Hedgehog Engine, the textures need to be in .dds format. You can convert these using Paint.net, Photoshop, whatever program you want to use. But I use a program called Orda because it can batch convert PNG to .dds. So when you have a model with a lot of textures to work with, you can just run it and it will convert everything for you without you having to manually do it, because I'm lazy. So open Orda, I don't know how you say it, honestly, batch convert, and the source is where this PNG is. The destination is where you want to save. So I made a folder called GDS that I just wanted to save in. So choose destination, okay, batch convert. These settings are fine. So now we have our DDS texture that we can use. So I'm gonna copy this location, open up Blender again, and then for my base color, just make sure the .dds is selected, which is just a screenshot from a manga I read. So I'm gonna go here. Now that my texture is on my model, I'm gonna go here and go into texture just so I can see that it's on there. So the last thing I have to do now is rig my model to the rig. So I can check here, a bone I can rig it to is called spine. So I'm simply just going to make a vertex group in here called spine, assign, and then go to modifier, armature. So now if I go in here pose mode, it should move with the armature. All I have to do now is select my cube, parent, object, and then you see it's all good. So I'm going to save this, make sure everything's okay. So I'm going to save this, export FBX, and I'm just going to name it character_Sonic. Now the one thing you make sure to do is armature, turn off leafy bones. This is on by default, I have no idea why. Just turn it off and then export FBX. Now I'm going to go to where I export my FBX and I'm going to open up my tools folder, which is in the description of course, and then I'm going to go to model converter, which is for turning your FBX back into a dot model. So I'm going to drag Sonic, character_Sonic FBX onto the model converter. It's going to give you a dot model and a dot material. And actually, I'm going to go back in Blender and make sure my material is named to something that I can recognize. So cube body. Let's just do that. So just make sure, I'm just going back and making sure that my material is named something I can find easily. So yeah, drag it onto model converter. Gives me cube body material and character_Sonic.model. And what you want to do is go back to where you extracted Sonics.pack. Then open this folder. We can delete this where we extracted the model because we're done with this. So we're going to put our dot model and our dot material inside of where we extracted Sonic, replace the model, and now the last thing you need to do is you need to put your DDS texture in here because it's gonna search for that DDS texture when it like loads your material. It's gonna look in this folder. So I'm gonna put this in here. So now all you have to do is I'm gonna open up the tools again. So let me delete the Sonic pack we already have. Drag Sonic folder onto Hedge Arc Pack Frontiers. And we're packing for Sonic Frontier, so you either type Frontiers and press enter, or you type Rangers, press enter, and it packs for you. So just copy this pack and put it into your game folder where you have all the characters. And now with all that out of the way, we should be ready to launch the game. I'm just gonna load into a cyberspace because it's gonna take quicker. It's gonna be quicker to load into. And there's our model swap. Now I will S rank 1-2. Okay, hold on. I don't know why I did that. It's all good though. Alright, but yeah, that's it. So hopefully you guys learned something. If you need help, I'll be in the Hedge Engine modding Discord, and a bunch of other people are there too who know how to mod the game, so just stop by there. I don't recommend commenting for help because I'm not gonna look at it, I promise you. So just come to the Discord and then you can get all the help you need there. That will also be in the description, so yeah.